9 minutes, so that gives me some time for the Pokemon Ghost tier list. You see, I'm doing a tier list of all these types of these Pokemons, and I've not done Ghost yet. Now you see, before anyone argues, it says all Ghost Pokemon, so this has all of them. All right. Now, all right, we gotta do the E and F because those are tiers also. All right. Yep. Anyway, starting off, we have Ghastly. So that's actually crazy. Gen 1 has one Ghost Pokemon line. And Gen 2 brought us this thing, I guess. Was that the only Gen 2 Pokemon? Ghost Pokemon? That's actually crazy. Ghost Pokemon were highly unpopulated until Gen 3 they brought us Sableye, and not that many either. Gen 4, yeah, Gen 4 is where, well, not really. There's not a whole lot of Ghost Pokemon, that's kind of weird. But anyway, Ghastly. Ghastly himself, pretty boring. Not too interesting. I mean, not bad, actually. He's not bad. But he's definitely the most C ghost Pokemon you'll ever see in your life. Haunter, I actually like Haunter. I actually like Haunter more than Gengar. All right, so it's probably because I didn't have any friends to trade my Haunter to evolve it into Gengar in Pokemon Diamond or whatever, Pearl maybe. So basically, I played through the game with Haunter unevolved because I didn't have anyone to trade for Gengar. Obviously, you know, I can't even trust someone to trade back, right? Like, am I really gonna trust this guy? Like, what if he just keeps my Pokemon? You know what I'm saying? I just noticed something horrible. What is that? What the fuck? Well, you know, I didn't think I would need this one, but yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make it just for this one. Did I really just see this? I mean, is this real? Anyway, Ghastly, Haunter, yeah. So Haunter, here's the thing. I mean, like, hmm. Actually, this is gonna be pretty tough overall. There's some good ones. There's some good ones. I'll put Haunter in A. All right, I'll put him in A. But that's the thing. I mean, where's Gengar gonna go? Well, first of all, I actually don't care about this one. I might even put him in D. I mean, I actually don't like this guy at all. But that raises the question: Gengar, is he a B? I don't think he can be. Well, can he be one tier above Ghastly? Is that too low? Because, you know, I think this might make sense. I remove him to an S, keep Gengar here. Here's the thing. I mean, Gengar. Well, you know, maybe he's not that bad in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 1. Maybe he's not that bad, but he is pretty unlikable in that game. Not to mention this guy, Justin Silverman, his Gengar addiction. It's pretty disturbing. Is Gengar like a deceased Clefable, by the way? Is that real? Or is it just a theory? I mean, Haunter is nothing like Clefairy at all, right? Nothing like Clefairy. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing it. I mean, Gengar is a good design, though. He's a good design. I'm having trouble here. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. We'll see how other people. Ghost Marowak, I did use him in whatever. Maybe it was like Sun and Moon or something, or was it Sword and Shield? Or yeah, I think it was Sword and Shield. Yeah, whatever. He's fine. I mean, it's kind of random to make him whatever. I don't know. They just see. I don't really. I don't really care. What is this? Ghost? What is it? Corolla? Corolla? I mean, it's an irrelevant Pokemon. Like I've never used it, and it has anyone? I mean, I think it's Corolla, but whatever. Ghost Corolla. I mean, I didn't even really know this existed. Put it in E. That's a weird Pokemon. Pretty weird one. I'm actually not really a fan of the design. It's got 1 HP. Dies if you got something super effective against it. Very weird. Very weird. And I didn't understand this Pokemon back in the day when I was a kid. I didn't understand why I couldn't kill it. It was insane. I thought the game was broken. I mean, I don't really care for the design. The ability is the main thing that's cool. I don't know. Leave and see. Mega Sableye. I mean, Sableye is pretty cool. I mean, it's not that cool. Mega Sableye is probably a little. I mean, they're about the same for me, to be honest. I mean, that's the thing. I cannot put Sableye in the same tier as Gengar. I think Gengar is better. You know, I'll put Haunter up there. You know, as far as a Ghost, Ghost tier list, right? Did I already do? No, I did. I did these guys in the Grass Pokemon tier list. There's so many Grass Ghost Pokemon. Why? What the heck? What the heck? Boring. Put in D. I mean, really, what is this? Why does this Pokemon exist? Baffling. Baffling. Forgot these freaking things' names. Shoot. But whatever, pretty cool, like, pretty cool ones. What are they called again? Uh, Shoot. Put in B, maybe? I mean, maybe? I mean, this one's got a bunch of zippers. Might be a little bit extra. I think this one is a little bit extra. This one is fine. Then with the Mega Evolutions, you gotta be extra. And I don't really know if I actually do like, well, this is Dusclops, Dusknoir. Where's this guy? What is his name? Whatever. He's fine for like the first. Well, I mean, is he though? I mean, he's got like a skull. It's kind of weird. Dusclops. So I used to like Dusclops more than Dusknoir, right? But it's probably because I couldn't find someone. I need to look up. I'm pretty sure you trade to get Dusknoir. How does Dusclops evolve? Yeah, traded. So it's another case where I don't. I like this one more because I didn't have anyone to trade with, right? But, but, I've reached a point where now I like Dusknoir more. It's probably because of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2. Probably. He's like the villain. He's the villain. You know what I'm saying? He's got a presence. Even though, I mean, that makes him pretty unlikable. I mean, he starts out, well, I don't want to spoil anyone, but uh, yeah, I think he's probably better actually. I like him more now. I would definitely use Dusknoir over Dusclops if given the chance. I mean, probably don't like that one too much. However, I don't really like this one that much either. But I mean, it's fine. It's fine, I guess. It is weird. I actually I do like kind of using this Pokemon. I did want to catch in my Brilliant Diamond. Uh, it's Flying Ghost, so not a common type at all. Maybe I'll move it up to B. Yeah, I'll move it up to B. Yep. Should I move him down? I mean, I think it's fine actually for as the first one. The first one tend to be disappointing. This one's pretty okay, I guess. Now I'm gonna be honest. I forget which one is mischievous. Is it this one or this one? I think it's this one. Whatever. It's also a C for me. I was like, playing Gen 4 the first time. I was like, damn, they finally gave this one an evolution, right? But I mean, whatever. It's got a little witch hat. I don't know, man. Doesn't do much for me. I'll be honest. Spiritomb. I mean, it's iconic, but you know what? I mean, the more I look at this thing, the more I hate it. But I don't hate out. I know that I actually don't hate this thing, but like it actually doesn't even look like a Pokemon to me. What went wrong with this thing, man? You see this shit? You see this shit? What the fuck? This looks like something that would come in the later generations, right? Looks like something that would have been in the last like 2 generations, 3 generations. However, it was very unique at the time. You got to remember that. But like, if this was like, look, I'll be honest. If this was like a new freaking Pokemon that was like just like, came out Gen 9, I'll probably put it like here. To be honest. But it is Cynthia's starting Pokemon that gives it the. I think it's the starting one. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not the starting one. But that makes it pretty iconic. Whatever. I do kind of do not like this design. I'm gonna have to put it there, actually, if I'm just being fair with how I feel. Frostlass. Okay, Frostlass. Put it A. I was very happy when Glalie got another evolution because, I don't know, I just kind of like that line. So, I mean, this was kind of cool. You know, I've used it. I've used it. Rotom. I kind of, this thing was like pretty cool back in the day. I've kind of become tired of seeing it. Maybe it's because, keep shoving it in our face, like Sun and what was like whatever. He's in like every Pokemon game now. Like like you just use him as not even a Pokemon, right? Um, so my opinion of him has dipped, but still was cool finding this thing in Gen 4, in that haunted mansion thing. Giratina. So I don't even know like the difference, to be honest, between these two. And probably think it's a look. I need to freaking zoom in. Um, it's got 6 legs. I mean, I think on my dragon Pokemon tier list, I put this thing pretty high, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it a different tier list? But yeah, I put this thing pretty high. However, the more I look at this thing, the more I'm just like, I mean, what is this? I mean, like, and that's the problem with these Gen 4 legendaries, like Dialga, Palkia, Arceus. The more you look at them, the more you just like wonder what are you even looking at? And that's where I'm at with this thing. But you know, if it's like maybe I don't know, man. I, like, yes, I'm inconsistent with my Dragon Pokemon tier list by doing this. Let's see. I mean, like realistically though, I probably do like it more than everything in B tier. I feel like everything in B tier might not even deserve to be there, like Drifloon or I forget which one is Drifloon. Is it this one or this one? It might be this one. Again, I don't remember. You can't even expect me to remember, alright? Especially every time I use these Pokemon, I name them something stupid. Yeah, I cannot put this thing in the same tier as that, which makes me want to be like, well, realistically, I have to put them in A, though. Which then I might move Frostlass up to S, um, actually. But whatever. They're like the same to me. These two, I don't really care. Yeah, I don't care for these guys at all, actually. Actually, I'll put them in D because they're not terrible. They're pretty funny looking, but this thing is actually pretty cool. I might actually put them in A. I might actually put them in A. It is pretty cool. Uh, Sword. You know, these were pretty popular Pokemons in the competitives. I did play a little bit of that in X and Y until I realized it's bullshit. Um, so do I personally think these are that cool? Well, let's you know, do these first. I mean, these probably just go here. This can actually. I mean, this guy's funny because it's a mustache, right? It's a mustache. I would use this guy, but this. She don't like this thing. Not as bad as that. Not as bad as that. Put it in the F though. Put it in the F. This guy is pretty funny. I would use him. I'll use him. Chandelure made it in Pokken Tournament for some reason. And I mean, it's a pretty good design. Um, Probably like, I don't know, probably one of the more popular ones, if I had to guess. Uh, but yeah, I think A is pretty accurate. These ones, though, I mean, I would say this is probably one of the better ones. This thing is pretty lame. Yeah, I'll put it there. I'll put it there. Okay, so these guys, golem things. Am I crazy, or is this thing's name just Golem? I'm gonna have to look it up. No, no, Golem's actually a different dude. But I could have sworn this guy's name was something like that. What's his name? I mean, he looks. I mean, that's what he is, though. That is what he is. Which, like, obviously the Golem from Gen 1, that's not accurate. He's really not a Golem. This thing is a Golem. Um, Damn, Golem's a weird Pokemon. Anyway, I mean, maybe he's not terrible. This guy, I actually probably like him more. Well, they can. I mean, these don't really look like Pokemon to me. That's why I'm just putting them in D because I'm ignorant, right? But you know, they can go D. I don't really feel that strongly about them either way. Then we got the frickin' swords. Yeah, we got the swords now. We got some cool Pokemon left though. Swords, well, you know, they're swords, I guess. Better than Sword Dog and Shield Dog. Kind of weird that those are Pokemon now. I mean, this is the shield, so it's obviously lame, right? This is two swords. I mean, this guy's a sword holding a shield, which is funny. This guy's boring. Then we got the two swords. Yeah, fuck the swords. This thing, he's okay, but this thing is really cool. Put him in A. Close to S. I'd probably feel stronger about him if I've used him before. I might even put him up in S later in this video. We'll see how I feel. Kind of weird, but I have used this Pokemon in my first Gen 6 playthrough, but I admit that it's pretty weird. Alright. I've never used Decidueye. However, I cannot deny that I think it is a good design. When I do Sun and Moon on 3DS again, I will use him. Well, I'll use all of them probably, but I would say he's easily the best design of that generation, even though I didn't use him because I liked how the cat Litten looked. However, turned into a monstrosity for sure. Yeah, I think A is solid. I'll move him to S, which I don't know if I should, but I probably like him more than everything in A, this guy. Probably like him more than everything in A, actually. I actually kind of thought these birds were funny, but this one is kind of whatever. Got the Sand Boy. I actually used him in my Sun and Moon. However, I used him because he's funny. However, I don't really think he's that great of a design. I mean, I still put him in B and stuff, but... If you didn't know, I like the funny Pokemon. However, this one is he is a little too much, probably. I mean, he doesn't even look like a Pokemon. He looks like a sandcastle, obviously. Yeah, when I say I like the funny Pokemon, you know, like Psyduck, Shuckle, Snorlax, Farfetch'd. Those are some of my favorite. But they're not too much, right? I don't really think they're too much. And they still feel like Pokemon to me. This thing, one of like the most popular Pokemons of all time. And I cannot deny, all things considered, pretty good design. Not deny. Like I do like it more than everything in B tier, right? So I'm putting it in A, and I don't really feel that strongly about it, but I feel like if I'm just being honest, it's just a good design. Really popular though. Anchor. Probably not that bad, but whatever. This thing, I think this legendary sucks. I mean, see Giratina, and then you see this thing. This thing just sucks. I'm sorry. Don't care. I didn't play Ultra Sun and Moon. I'll get to it, but that's from that's this thing. Yeah, whatever. What the hell? Put him in F. I mean, really? What the fuck? Put him in F. Okay, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. D. Sorry, that's E. Put them both in E because I didn't like how D had so many. That's the only reason, pretty much. Actually, I think yeah, I'll do it anyway. I'll do it anyway. Oh, this thing has an evolution? Did not know that. Still, actually, I like this one. I don't like this as much, to be honest. What the hell is this? Oh, I have seen this. I think I've used it as well. I've used this thing, and yet I don't even like remember. I've used it. That's weird. Put it in E. And this line, I actually like this line a lot. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I like this guy the most. He's funny. Put him in B. This guy S, perhaps. I mean, we'll think about it. Let's see. I mean, I want to eat breakfast as well. Maybe we got a Gen 1, we got a Gen 4, we got a Gen 4, we got a Gen 5. Then we got Sword and Shield, Gen 8, whatever. Just trying to think. I think, yeah, I think he does deserve to be an S. Yeah. Well, this is my Ghost Pokemon tier list, and I do think it's relatively accurate to my actual opinion. I think it represents my opinion actually. So